Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today we're going to install a 180 degree thermostat or T-stat from Jet Performance. We have part number here 10183. This is the perfect one for our Jeep SRTs or even Challenger, Chargers, Durangos, doesn't matter. This is a great thermostat for all of those vehicles. So by changing out from the stock 200 205 T-stat to a 180 T-stat, we're going to see cooler temperatures under the hood, of course, which means less heat soaking, means better throttle response, and richer air-to-fuel ratios. Now, of course, installing this T-stat is recommended to install a tune and to change your fan temperatures. By installing the T-stat without a tune, you're going to be running a lot hotter, and you're going to have those temperatures possibly higher than they should be at 180. It might be pushing 200 degrees because your fans aren't adjusted properly. So I did order a Diablo Sport tuner that will be in here later today actually. But I wanted to do a video on just installing the T-stat by itself, see if there's any noticeable differences, see if the fans are running constantly, see if there's anything cooler, see if my 0-60 time's been improved or anything like that. I'm now going to go ahead and do another video where I actually do the proper tune and change my fan settings accordingly to maximize the usage of this 180 T-stat. But for right now, let's do an install video of how this works and getting it installed and see how it goes. Alright guys, so here we go installing the 180 T-stat. If you can't tell, right below down here I have a large bag to catch any excess coolant that's been flowing. We're going to keep the radiator cap closed. This will hopefully create some suction inside the system and will keep too much coolant from spilling out. And then we're going to go ahead and install this 180 T-stat. We have two screws right here. We're using a 1/2 inch socket. It's going to be a deep socket to be able to reach in there and get these screws loosened. So here we go, remove this guy. Hopefully there's not too much coolant spilling out. Definitely lost a little bit of coolant, nothing crazy though. Good thing the bag was there. Alright, so there we go. As you guys can see right here, it's kind of hard to see in the video. This is a bleeder valve. You want to have this at 12 o'clock all the time. If it's not, then when you end up changing out your coolant or doing a flush or changing your thermostat, you're going to get an air bubble right before your thermostat, and that's going to make it not change at the proper time. So we're going to try and make sure that the air bubble, or that the bleeder valve stays at the top right at 12 noon when installing the new 180 T-stat. Ooh. Alright, let's go ahead and pry this guy off. Ooh. It's leaking quite a bit. Definitely got some on the floor. But it's not horrible. Alright, so we have the stock thermostat right here. As I mentioned before, this is your little bleeder valve right there. Make sure that's facing towards the top. It's probably easier to see right here. Right there is your little valve. Alright, let's go ahead and replace this. Alright guys, here's a new T-stat. Brand new 180 T-stat. Again, part number 10183. Here's our bleeder valve right there. You turn it around and see it right there. Alright, let's install this guy. Again, you want to keep your bleeder valve sitting tight at 12 noon. Go ahead and rub some of that coolant on there. You're really going to want to make sure this gasket's nice and wet. The way you get a proper seal. So it'll be pretty critical. Go ahead and get nice and clean. Lubed up. Alright. We'll throw this in there. Again, making sure we're sitting right at high noon. Which is right about there. Yeah, looks about right to me. Alright, so that's good. Go ahead and pop this hose back on. tighten it back down. Alright guys, so I have the screws back in there, and now I'm just going through, I'm tightening them up. Making sure they're nice and snug. You definitely don't want to have any coolant spraying out at you. Alright, that's all there is to it. The time video took me about 10 minutes. I'll go ahead and I'll clean it all up, and then I'll go ahead and take a drive in the Jeep. Alright, so I'm doing a little driving around town right now. I've been going up to as high as 60 miles an hour, down to like 50, 40. Right now I'm at 40. I'm at 188 degrees for coolant temperature. I'm at 203 for oil temperature. So oil is still nice and hot. It's going to keep the engine nice and lubricated. And the coolant, like I said, dropped down to now it's at 185. So I can go over some railroad tracks right here. Alright, so I'm going to get going a little bit. And as a reminder guys, my current 0-60 time is 4.4 seconds. As mods, I've done the Soul Performance exhaust. I've also done the Fastman throttle body bore. And then I have an AEM high flow air filter, still in the same stock air housing. So now I'm at about 4.4 seconds 0-60. So I'm about to do a quick 0-60 pull. With just dropping in the T-stat. I do have a Trinity, just got it in today. Didn't bother doing any tunes, didn't put in the UPCM yet. So it's strictly just a T-stat change right now. So I'll see what we're kind of sitting at for a 0-60. I'm hoping to go from a 4.4 maybe down to a 4.3. To be honest, if I'm at a 4.4 again, I won't be overly surprised by it. It's just a T-stat mod. So let me get lined up right here. We'll get ready to do a quick pull. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. So 0-60 time was 4.5 seconds. Again, not very surprised. It's probably changing. If I probably did it again, I'd probably do a 4.4 seconds. So the T-stat mod by itself didn't really do much. My coolant temperature did just rocket up to 194 degrees, so it rose about 9 degrees over 185. Just cruising around. Now it's dropping down pretty quick. It's already at 190. It's about 75 degrees out right now. Now we're at 188. Yeah, it's going right back down to 185. It cools off pretty quick. But as you can see, the 0-60 time still remains the same. 4.5 seconds, 4.4 seconds, give or take. It's pretty close. So I'm going to try and do one more pull here. And I'm going to go the same road, other direction. And maybe I had a little bit of an uphill. Maybe the other way's a little bit of a downhill. It looks pretty flat, but I'll just average the two to make sure that we're still averaging times and we're getting accurate readings here. Alright guys, so here we go again. About to do our second pull. Engine's a little bit warmer. Right now it's at 192, but we're going to give it a shot regardless. Right, here we go. Next thing I want to do is move my IAT sensor and then throw in a tune as well. What I'm going to try and do is move the IAT sensor and then do another pull, see if it made a difference. I really don't think it's going to, but I'll give that a shot. And then finally, of course, I'll install the stock tune from Diablo along with my unlocked PCM. We'll see if the stock tune makes a difference, or the can tune I should say. After that, maybe I'll reach out to one of our tuners and get a custom tune for the car as well. It'll be just a driving tune with the data logging. It won't be a dyno tune, but I'll give that a shot.